1. e4. White opens with the king's pawn, aiming for central control and quick development. 2. d6. Black begins the Perk defense, a flexible opening intending to develop pieces behind the pawns and counterattack later. 3. d4. White solidifies central control with the pawns. 4. g6. Black prepares to fianchetto the dark squared bishop, pressuring the center from a distance. 5. nf3. White develops the knight, preparing to support the center and kingside. 6. bg7. Black completes the fianchetto, putting the bishop on a long diagonal. 7. White adds another defender to the e4 pawn and eyes central control. 8. nf6. Black develops a knight, attacking the e4 pawn and preparing to castle. 9. b3. White develops the bishop, aiming to control the c5 square and support a potential d5 push. 10. Black castles, completing kingside safety. 11. qd2. White prepares to connect rooks and launch a kingside pawn storm, targeting h6. 12. b6. Black starts queenside expansion and plans to develop the light squared bishop. bh6. White exchanges the dark squared bishop, weakening black's kingside pawn structure. 14. nb7. Black prepares to reposition pieces to strengthen the center and queenside. 15. bxg7, kxg7. The bishops are traded, exposing black's king slightly, but opening the g-file for counterplay. 16. h4. White begins an aggressive pawn storm on the kingside, aiming to open files against black's king. 17. b7. Black develops the bishop to target the e4 pawn indirectly. 18. bd3. White reinforces the center and supports potential kingside attacks. 19. h6. Black halts White's pawn storm, creating a hook for counterplay later. 20. White castles queenside, committing to an all-out kingside assault. 21. c5. Black strikes in the center and queenside, opening lines for counterplay. 22. d5. White closes the center, but this creates weaknesses on the dark squares. 23. ne5, dxe5. White trades off the knight, but black gains a strong pawn center. 24. f3 re8. White builds central tension, while black develops actively and pressures the e-file. 25. g4 ng8. White advances pawns aggressively, and black repositions the knight to reroute to better squares. 26. f4 qd6. White pushes forward, but black sets up counterpressure with the queen targeting key weaknesses. 27. Chop at f5 a6. White advances but overextends, while black prepares queenside expansion. 28. g5 h5. Black blocks White's attack and creates a stable kingside structure. 29. rdf1 b5. White mobilizes the rook for an attack, but black advances queenside pawns to create threats. 30. b2 e6. White develops another piece, while black prepares a breakthrough in the center. 31. qd1 xd5. Black successfully breaks open the center, creating strong passed pawns. 32. f6 plus kh8. White sacrifices a pawn for an attack, but black calmly sidesteps the threat. 33. bch5 dxe4. White opens the h-file, but black's central pawns become decisive. 34. bxg6 qxd1+. Black simplifies with an exchange of queens, gaining control of the endgame. 35. rxd1 fxg6. Black centralizes the rook and keeps the kingside safe. 36. rd7 b6. Black activates the rook, threatening to dominate the 7th rank. 37. rd6 rasi8. Black mobilizes the rooks, creating an unstoppable pawn roller. 38. f7 rf8. White pushes the f-pawn, but black defends easily. 39. fxg8eq kxgh. White queens, but black captures it immediately, keeping material superiority. 40. rxg6 plus kh7. Black safely retreats the king, neutralizing all threats. 41. rd6 e3 pot. Black advances the e-pawn, heading for promotion. 42. h5 beaks h1. Black eliminates the h-pawn, solidifying control of the board. 43. b3 b4. Black's queenside pawns march forward, preparing for the final blow. 44. rd7 kg8. Black centralizes the king for support. 45. ne2 bf3. Black improves the bishop and targets White's weak pawns. 46. ngdd8. Black activates the second rook, pinning White's pieces. 47. a7 e2. Black pushes the pawn closer to promotion. 48. nxe2 beaks e2. White sacrifices the knight, but black's material advantage is decisive. 49. h6 rf7. Black defends against White's passed pawns while maintaining threats. 50. rxa6 bxa6. With this move, black consolidates the win. and white resigns.